So, quite a while back, my brother got me a metric butt ton of booster packs for Magic, and I just have not been cracking packs that much lately. I still have got my Kaldheim and Strixhaven bundles into plastic, so I don't know. Well, anyway, he's looking for some cards out of Double Masters, notably Atraxa, and if there's something cool in here, then maybe it can be a belated birthday present. I don't know. Come with me, won't you? All right. As always, I only open the booster packs with the non-attractive women characters on them first. So, here we go. Elvish Aberration. For 6, you get a 4/5 creature, tap to add 3 green. For cycling 2, so this is mana ramp of all sorts of kinds. I like that. I'm pretty sure I got this in some decks already. I can always use more. I'll put that aside. Next up, Executioner's Capsule. It is a black artifact for 1 black. 1 in the black, tap it, sacrifice it, destroy target non-black creature. I mean, that's useful. Definitely useful in a Strixhaven Silver Quill Commander deck like I'm in theory making at some point. Alright. Battle Rattle Shaman. Oh boy. Battle Rattle is not a term I like because that's usually when you see militia types who think they're soldiers roaming around like, oh, we're going to stop the government, full battle rattle, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I don't think these goblins are like that, though, so I guess he's okay. He's a holy man. He's a shaman. Anyway, 3 in a red for a 2/2. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you can have target creature get 2/0 till end of turn. Ooh. That's going in the goblin deck. Wow, I'm hitting 3 for 3 so far. This is not bad. Parasitic Strix. Well, that's definitely got to go in a Strixhaven deck. Anyway, 2 in a blue, you get a 2/2 flyer. When an ETBs, if you control a black permanent, target player loses 2 and you gain 2 life. Ooh. After finding no sustenance on the edges of Grixis, it turned the skies of ban. Oh man, if they're going to revisit a plane, why are they not revisiting Alara? Or like pre-reset Tarkir? That would make me happy, but God forbid. Urza's Tower? Holy crud, are we going Tron here? Alright, well, it's a land, so you tap for colorless, and if you control the mine, the power plant, also, you tap this thing for 3 colorless. So that's even more mana ramp. I'm just going to make a mana ramp pile over here now. Alright. Next up. Ichor Wellspring for 2 generic. It's an artifact. When ETBs or is put in the graveyard, draw a card. Well, if you can keep this thing bouncing, you have some pretty decent card draw. Alright. Cloud Reader Sphinx is 4 in a blue for a 3/4 flyer. When an ETB scry 2, not impressed. Okay. I'm going to try and speed this up a little bit because I got 2 packs this time. Our Ancestral Blade is, oh, wow, that is cool art. Anyway, 1 in a white. It's a white artifact. When ETBs create a 1/1 white soldier creature token, then attach this to it. Equip creature gets +1/+1, and you can equip it at 1. So for 1 in a white, you get a 1/1 soldier token and this, and it automatically equips. I mean, that's value all over the place. I like it. Throne of Geth. 2 generic for an artifact, sacrifice it and proliferate. Bingo! Alright. Proliferate, for those of you who have forgotten, is you put another of each counter that's on that thing, but you don't get to choose. Like if it's got a -1/-1 counter and a like 1 hour counter and 1 brick counter, it gets 1 more of all of those if you proliferate it. So, but this does not... Wait, can you sacrifice this itself to proliferate? I'm going to need to look that up. It might be an interesting tactic. Anyway. Alright. Gore Clan Rampager for 2 and Gruul. 4/4 Trample Beast for Gruul again. Get Blood Rush. Discard this thing. Target attacking creature gets 4/4 and trample till end of turn. There's a lot of value in that. If you play it right. I mean, it would be a very specific deck you'd have to throw that one into. Certainly, your finishing move would probably be a mega creature. Skull Mulcher. 4 and a green for a 3/3. Devour 1. I'm not familiar with that mechanic. As a CTBs, you may sacrifice any number of creatures. This creature enters the battlefield with that many 1/1 counters on it. That's a Witherbloom card for Strixhaven. I mean, that is just, there's no doubt about it. Especially if you got a ton of tokens out there. But beyond that, when it ETBs, draw a card for each creature it devoured. Jeez. All right. I mean, for 5, that is pretty good. 5 and, well, you're sacrificing creatures, I guess, but still, got a bunch of weenies. Why not? Here is the rare. And I got good light this time, so I could tell you for sure this is a rare. Inkwell Leviathan Ink. It's interesting to go a few sets back with these packs because then you see how they were planning ahead, because Ink is a token type in Strixhaven. So we've already had in this pack a Strix and Ink. So anyway, 7 and 2 blue for a 7/11 Island Walk Trample with Shroud, so you can't target this thing. Jeez. That's pretty big. It's an artifact creature. I did not know that. Okay. So things that let you cheat out artifacts will let this thing come out probably for less than that 9 mana value. It's not converted mana cost anymore. Now it's mana value. But not bad. Set that aside and see if it's worth anything. Alright, this is double masters, so there's double the rares. Leonin Ebunus, 3 and a white for 2/5. Artifacts you control have hexproof. Was artifacts a thing in this set? Because I feel like it might be. Anyway, that's a Leonin, and it's a cat, so I am definitely keeping that, because I am making a cat deck at some point. First of the 2 foils, because double masters. Bloodbriar. Whenever you sack another permanent, put a 1/1 counter on Bloodbriar. That's another Witherbloom Strixhaven type card right there. This thing's been out of the pack for like, I don't know, 2 minutes, and it's already starting to pringle up on me. What the heck? I mean, remember it used to be that you get a foil and it was a special thing, like, oh wow, look, I pulled a foil. And now it's like, oh god, I pulled a foil. Alright, Clone Shell is an artifact creature shapeshifter. That's a lot of stuff going on there. 5 generic for a 2/2. It's got imprint. When it ETBs, look at the top 4 cards of your library, exile 1 face down, then put the rest on the bottom in any order. When it dies, turn the exiled card face up. If it's a creature card, put it onto the battlefield under your control. It would still have summoning sickness that way because it's entering the battlefield. But that's kind of nice, I guess. Certainly, if you pull... Oh, well, wait, let's back up a second here. Hold on. Let's marry this thing with Inkwell Leviathan. So, okay. So this is one of your top 4 cards. You put it on exile face down, right? Clone Shell, you go in there and you just like sacrifice it as a chump blocker or something. So it dies, it goes to the graveyard. You turn the exiled card face up and it goes to the battlefield, and that's how you cheat that bad boy in. Okay. Well, very, very interesting. So, yeah, anyway. And there's a germ token. So, that's great. All right. One moment. I'm going to grab the other pack. Pack 2. Here we go. So, Goblin Cavalier. It's a 1/1 1-drop red that it has trample. That's interesting. It gets 2/0 for each equipment attached. This definitely is an artifact-based set. I don't know how I forgot that. But, yeah, you throw a bunch of equips on there and watch that thing go nuts. That is absolutely going in a Goblin deck. Why is it I get more excited about commons these days than rares? It's kind of... Anyway. Kozilek's Predator is an Eldrazi drone. Oh, great. More of those. 3 and a green for 3/3. When it ETBs, create 2/0/1 colorless Eldrazi spawn creature tokens. Oh, remember those? And you sack them, you get to add 1 colorless. All right. Well, I mean, there's some value there, but not entirely impressed, I guess. Twisted Abomination. 5 and a black. It's a zombie mutant for 5/3. Green, or no, black, and recycle it. Or okay, I can totally do this. Let me start over. Twisted Abomination is a 5 and a black zombie mutant with it's a 5/3, and like if you spend a black, you can regenerate it. It's got swamp cycling, so you can pull out a swamp card, and there's like all this good stuff going on here, and I don't know. That's useful, but I like cards that can give you multiple options. Those double face cards are pretty good. All right. 1 in a blue, Corridor Monitor. That's got to be a Strixhaven reference also. Look at that. It's like a magic lamp walking around Hogwarts. Come on. 1/4 artifact creature construct. When the ETBs untap target artifact or creature you control. Castle Ventress has no locks on its doors. But interlopers rarely make it past the foyer. Okay. Well, that's not nothing, I guess. All right. Accomplished Automaton. 7 generic. Artifact creature 5/7. Fabricate 1. Oh, servos. Those were kind of interesting. They were in Kaladesh, if I recall correctly. I remember flooding the board with those once or twice, but I mean that's got use, but again, nothing to scream about. Pack 1 seems to be beating this one like crazy. Iron Bully for 3 generic is a 1/1 with menace. When an ETBs, put a 1/1 counter on a target creature. Why would a bully give away 1/1 counters? That doesn't make sense. Come on. All right. Fairy Mechanist. Did this come out before or after Throne of Eldraine? I have to look that up. 3 and a blue for a 2/2 flyer. When Fairy Mechanist enters the battlefield, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them and put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom in any order. Man, it's useful, I guess. These days I ought to just make a blue deck out of all those cards and just screw with people. All right. Remember the Fallen. I know I've got this card from somewhere else, but 2 and a white, sorcery. Sorcery? Have I even had any of those yet? That's interesting. I don't know if I've even pulled a sorcery. I'm going to pause this and check. Okay, so here's a fun fact. Not only is this the first sorcery I've pulled in 2 booster packs, I haven't pulled any instants either. That is bonkers. But anyway, 2 and a white, sorcery. Choose 1 or both. Return target creature from your graveyard to your hand. Return target artifact from your graveyard. Well, it helps you churn up the graveyard. Good, and that's another good in a Silver Quill type deck. But let's move on. Oh, a second sorcery in a row. They're looking to make up for it. Gelatinous Genesis. XX green. Create XXX green ooze creatures tokens. So for those asking at home, if you pay 5, well, okay, first you have to pay a green, but then let's say you got, I don't know, 10 mana of various colors. So 5 would be for X, so you'd have to do that twice. So 5 plus 5 is 10. And at that point, you would create 5/5/5 green ooze creature tokens. And then your nose starts bleeding from the aneurysm that this causes. So, Brimstone, oh, there's an instant. Well, you know. Oh, and we're in the uncommons right now. Brimstone Volley, 2 in a red, instant. Deals 3 damage to any target. Oh, it's Lightning Bolt. What do you know? Oh, but it's also got this morbid thing. It deals 5 damage instead if a creature died this turn. So that justifies the extra 2 on top of the 1 red that a Lightning Bolt would cost. So that's... I like that. I kind of like that. I'm going to keep that. Okay. So, here is Lightning Greaves. Alright. Classic. I love this card. 2 generic equipment. Equipped creature has haste and shroud. Equip 0. So what that's the thing. Like shroud, that gets confusing, but equip 0 means you pull out, you like put a creature on the battlefield. For equip 0, you put the Greaves on it. Now it's got haste, it can attack. So this is an excellent card. Staple in many of my decks. Alright. Also, sweet art. I love those boots. Alright. First of the rares. Here we go. We're looking for Atraxa. Engineered Explosives for X is an artifact with Sunburst. Enters the battlefield with a charge counter for each color of mana spent to cast it. So this would be going in my Child of Alara 5-color commander deck. And the other way you could do that would be if you've got mana rocks and whatnot that's like tap for 1 mana of any color, that kind of thing would work too. For 2 generic, you can sacrifice it, destroy each non-land permanent with a CMC, or mana value as they call it now, equal to the number of charge counters on engineered explosives. Yeesh. That would mess up an artifact deck for sure. I don't think that's going to be one of your more expensive cards, but who knows. Ooh, a mythic. Archangel of Thune. Okay, and I have an angel deck, but 3 and 2 white. That's pretty typical for an angel. 3/4 flying, lifelink. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Holy baloney. Alright. Assuming that isn't worth a pile of money, I'm definitely keeping that one. Alright. First foil is a common, Fortify. 2 and white. Choose one. Either creatures get +2/+0 or +0/+2 until end of turn. Not bad, I guess. And then the last one, let's hope it's foil Atraxa, but it's not. Okay. Crushing Vines. For 2 and a green, choose one. Destroy target creature with flying or destroy target artifact. I mean, okay. Oh, and it's got Garrick Wildspeaker talking crap to Liliana Vess in the flavor text. What do you know? Alright. And we got a... Oh, there's a servo. I like how Wizards tries to match up the tokens with the stuff on the cards, but okay. Well, no Atraxa, but there's always tomorrow. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this and, provided background noise for your life. I don't know, but I'll see you next time. Bye.